The Central Pacific hurricane season begins this Saturday, and Island Life Live is helping you prepare for a storm before it hits. Throughout the week, we talked about what should go into your bug-out bag, and one of the items that often gets overlooked is medication. So joining us to help you prepare in an emergency is Curtis Nakamura. He is the Hawai'i Pacific Health Outpatient Pharmacy Manager. Curtis, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about the importance of medications in your bug-out bag. How many days of medication should you have in case of an emergency, like a hurricane?
So if possible, 1 to 2 weeks of medication is ideal. I mean, that'll definitely carry you through the emergency period. So 1 to 2 weeks. 1
to 2 weeks, but is that something that's easily obtained? I mean, I just know that normally when doctors give a prescription, it's usually just for the 30 days, and it might be the end of the 30 days when disaster hits.
Right, so we hope the timing doesn't work out that way. So a lot of people have remaining pills from their prior fills, and when the hurricane warning is sounded, you want to just make sure to evaluate how many pills you have in each bottle. If you are running low, so say less than 2 weeks, good time to try and order refills if you have any existing. It also gives the pharmacy and yourself time to reach out to your doctor if more refills are needed.
I love that. And of course, this is always good just to have a conversation with your doctor to see what you can get in advance, right?
Definitely.
Now, how important is it, like your emergency food and your emergency water, how important is it to rotate out that medication, and why should we be doing that?
Oh, for sure. So if this is medication that's in your bug-out bag, typically most pills would be good for about a year. Check the expiration date on the bottle that it came with, and ideally have it in your original pharmacy supplied bottle, because it'll have an expiration date. It'll say what medication it is.
Right.
So swap those out at least every 6 months to be safe.
Got it. Now, I know, Curtis, I know this sounds so common sense, especially for someone who works in pharmacy, that everyone would be, prepared for this. But nowadays, a lot of medications require refrigeration. Right, and so what would you say to either the kupuna or the caregivers that are taking care of people that have those kinds of medications?
So first off, just being aware that to remember that you do have refrigerated medications, right? A lot of them are once weekly. So storm coming, swipe off all the bottles on your counter, put it into your bag, but you might forget the one in the fridge. So having a checklist of some sort of what medications you're taking and which ones to take with you is important. And refrigerated medications, of course, you want to keep in the fridge. If the power goes out and you don't have control over that, they're not always unusable. A lot of medications are good for days or weeks outside of the fridge. So having that conversation now with your doctor or your pharmacist, so that you know ahead of time that, hey, this is still good, I don't need to throw it away, will go a long way.
That is so smart. But what if my pharmacy gets damaged in the event of flooding or hurricane or whatever? How do we mitigate that?
So we hope that doesn't happen, right?
Obviously. Of course.
But all the data stored in the cloud, however that works, right? And so the information can be retrieved. It can be sent to a pharmacy that is still standing, and that pharmacy can go ahead and fill the prescription.
Awesome. Do you have any other suggestions for our viewers in regards to the importance of medications, getting it in your bug-out bag, whether or not you're going to shelter in place or if you got to pick up and run?
So always just making sure to, if possible, keep it in a cool, dry container. So the pharmacy supplied bottle is always good. That'll make sure that it's usable to its expiration date. So pill containers is useful for everyday life, not so great for emergencies. Keeping it dry, so in a waterproof bag of some sort, it's gonna be very helpful. And just preparing, so making sure it's on the list. So, being a girl, if I said, storm coming, you have 1 minute to plan, 3 minutes to execute on what we're gonna grab from your house, what do you think you'd grab?
My dog. No, just kidding. No. I actually know exactly where the medications are. I'm a caregiver for my husband.
Oh.
So, and to be honest with you, this is what kind of spurred my desire to learn this. This is me personally wanting to learn it and saying, you know what, if this is going to help me, this is going to help our viewers, because as a caregiver for my husband, I take care of his medications. I'm making sure that he's getting what he needs to every day. So in the event of an emergency, I need to know where to go to grab his medications, where to go to grab his refrigerated medications, and how to safely put it in my bag. I could be walking out into the rain, so now I have to make sure that it's in Ziplocs or in waterproof containers when I'm walking out, right?
Everyone just be like Lena Girl, please.
And grab your dog too. No.
And grab your dog, yeah.
But Curtis, thank you so much for joining me. Is there a place that we can go with our gang at Hawai'i Pacific Health where we can get more information or open up conversations with you and the pharmacy team?
So we do have 3 outpatient pharmacies that you can reach out to. Hawai'i Pacific Health has a website that has the contact information for all the pharmacies on there.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Curtis, for joining us right here as we get you and your ohana prepared for any emergency at any time, right here with Island Life Live. And don't forget to grab your dog. Later in the show, we take a look at the Homeowner's Handbook and how it can help you care for and protect your home.